Good morning, guys. Hi, welcome to Vlogtober Day 10. It is dark 30, as you can tell. And I want to thank the bed for its service. I mean, it sacrificed a lot, obviously, for my comfort. So thank you very much, bed. I just about walked out of the room. I was doing a second look. I just about walked out of the room without my water bottle. I have a bunch of these, but I have a bunch of them because I frequently leave them behind in airplanes or in rooms. So I have 19 minutes to get downstairs and eat a quick breakfast and then hit the shuttle. So I will see you later. Good morning, guys. Hi. So it's 4:44 in the morning. We've been on the plane for a little bit. We've got about 4 or 5 minutes before boarding. We've got 178 passengers booked, 174 passengers, I think. I'm not quite sure how long the flight's going to be. The pilots have not arrived yet with their paperwork. Our gate agent wants us to board early. I've asked her if we could board on time, as we do not have a flight crew, and she did not know if we actually have one ready to go. So after my experience a few weeks ago, I'd like to board on time, please. Thank you so much. My crew, I'm not sure if I've mentioned my crew before. I'm flying lead on this trip, and my crew is spectacular, really, really, really wonderful, really having a great time. They're super nice. Two of them, my chaser and our position B, both joked when they met me saying, "Oh my God, you're the reason I have my job." I'm like, it's incredibly sweet, and it's incredibly humbling to know that for some reason, me, of all people, like this person, like a middle-aged, paunchy, gay cat dad, was influential in helping anybody get anything. So it still kind of blows my mind that someone says something like that. But we're going to be flying to Newark, and then we have a very short set, and then we're going to fly to Austin. We'll arrive in Austin at about 2 in the afternoon, knock on wood. I'm hoping to take a little walk around or near Lady Bird Lake, which is not that far from our hotel. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, so let's get the day started, shall we? Let's go. All right, so that flight was very, very nice. As I mentioned earlier, awesome crew. Passengers were fantastic. For the most part, they were sleeping the whole time. We did have two gentlemen who both presented themselves in ways that were colorful. So we had to all sort of, hi. Well, thanks. I'll take that. Thank you. Appreciate it. One sec. Yeah. So, hi, just getting some information from our gate agent that we have a peanut allergy in the back of the aircraft, so I'll let my coworkers know so they can have a little buffer zone. But this flight is going to be fully booked. We're booked at 182. Looks like 1 wheelchair, 3 infants, so yeah, normal flight. The flight was really, really quite easy. Everyone was nice. Oh, I did mention we have these 2 colorful gentlemen that if they had been a little more technicolor, shall we say, they may not have made the flight, but they were good. One of my favorite phrases when potentially handling someone who's got a lot of energy, acting out a little bit, is asking them to just kind of bring the energy down just a little bit and using the appropriate tone for the person. And that seemed to be the magic trick for our most colorful guest. But he chilled out and ended up sleeping the whole time, so that was good. But yeah, blah, blah, blah. Good crew, good flight crew, easy flight. We did get here and we were a half hour early, but of course we showed up a half hour early. There was a plane in our gate for a half hour. So we had to sit here for a while, but yeah, ta-da, we're done. So one more leg. I don't know how long this flight's going to be, but it'll be too long because none of us really got much sleep. My chaser, I think, got 2 hours sleep last night. So we are looking forward to our hotel rooms. I will see you probably in Austin next. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know how I survived this day. I probably had 3.5 hours sleep. I ate breakfast at the hotel, but I don't think I've eaten anything since. And it is now 2:21 in the afternoon here in Austin. Yeah, so I am famished. I'm also very tired. But when am I not tired? Let's look at the room real quick. I'm going to show you my view. I suspect I have a very similar view as I had last time I was here. Then I'm going to take these clothes off, have a snack before I take a nap. I'm going to try and sleep for like an hour, just an hour, because it's a beautiful day outside and I would like to see something other than just this hotel room. Our showtime is 4:30 tomorrow morning. We have a 5:10 report time. I should say before I show you the room and the view, our flight from Newark was lovely. It was lovely. We had some really, really fantastic passengers. No drama, no trauma. We had some fluorescently beautiful children on board that were all really well behaved. And yeah, just couldn't get enough of this flight. It was very nice, but it was very long, mostly because I was hungry and tired. What else? My chaser on this trip today was remarkable. We had some really, really intense conversations, you know, and it was like good. You know, sometimes you're sitting next to somebody like me who's an oversharer like me, and I'm sure I can be quite tedious to sit next to for a long flight, but we had some really intense heart-to-heart conversations that were quite satisfying. Very nice. So let me show you the room, and I am going to show you the view, and then I'm going to, as I said, strip off this uniform as fast as I can. So the beds, super cute. They're just 2 full-size beds, but they're very nice. The sort of tweedy background with that sort of bamboo color is very nice. The bathroom is much like a little cruise ship bathroom, but there you go. The view... Every hotel chair has like mystery stains. You can see they tried real hard to get that out, but there's just always mystery stains on hotel furniture. I would never sit on that chair. But let's take a look. Ta-da! Of this view. Can you get enough of this? So pretty. We're practically downtown. This is Lady Bird Lake. I guess named after Lady Bird Johnson, I'm assuming. There's lots of people jogging. I don't see any paddle boards or kayaks, but it's a stunning day. Look at those clouds. So I'm going to take a quick nap because I'm going to fall over if I don't. And then there's that view. I'm going to go for a little walk. There are also bicycles to rent for $2 an hour. I have not ridden a bicycle, I don't know when, since I have, but I think I'm going to just walk. Yeah. But in the meantime, I'm going to take off this uniform. Let me close the shade. I don't want to scare anybody. I'll see you later. Well, that was close. I meant to sleep for 1 hour, just so I didn't fall over when I came out here. But I slept for 2 hours, so it could have been worse. I could have slept for 4 or 5 hours and ruined the entire thing, but... So I am down here at Lady Bird Lake, just taking a good look around. The tree, look at that, the clouds are gorgeous. I'm onto this giant live oak here, and I am right down by the lake. And I'm going to take a little walk around. These very ambitious people are very healthy and running. I am not doing things like that, crazy people. But I'm going to take a walk around. I'll see how far I can go. Oh, it looks like there is someone out there with a little power boat right there. Oh, this is for like, I'm like an idiot. This is where a boat could pull in or, you know, be pulled out of the water here. Much of the path around the lake is apparently elevated here on a little bridge. So that's where I'm going to head over. How pretty. It's a little shell. I think I need that little shell. Oh, if I can get in here. There we go. Little memento. slimy, a slimy shell. Yay. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful afternoon. Look how pretty this is. I don't think I want to walk that far out there because there's a little variety of heron or something right there who's just trying to hang out and probably catch a meal. So I'm gonna let him be and not walk that close to the water. But how pretty is this? What a gorgeous, gorgeous afternoon. There's a little water bird of some kind floating in the water over there. Someone on a paddleboard way over there. Just a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here. Right where I am here, there's some Jerusalem artichoke. See those little yellow flowers there? I believe that's Jerusalem artichoke. I forgot the actual name of the plant, but that's what it's frequently called. You can eat its tubers, its little root system. The floating green plant right there, I believe that's water hyacinth. Really, really pretty. There must be something here that eats it because that can get kind of out of hand. And dancing along under the surface, our little perch I can see from here. A little baby perch over in the really shallow water there. Just a beautiful little area. So, and the live oaks kind of branching over the pathways here. There's a little bit of that Spanish moss dangling in the trees. It's so pretty. This makes me think of the singular reason I miss living in Florida. In particular, the Tampa area. I know, you never thought you'd hear me say that, right? Was the little parks. There were parks all over the place in Florida. And there's one, if you live in the Tampa area, you'll know Lettuce Park. Really pretty, just a nice place to walk around, see, you know, by the water and little glimpses of nature. Just a pretty little area, but yeah, so I mean, how can you beat this job? How can you beat this job? Someone this afternoon asked me a question, and she smiled when she said it, so she knew what she was saying, and she knew what my answer would be. She's like, so you seem to enjoy your job. Do you enjoy your job? And I yes, I still love my job. I think I said this the other day. I love my job. I think I love my job more today than I have in the past 5.5 years. I don't know how many people are lucky enough to say things like that. You know, I mean, I have the best job in the world. I really, really, really do. And I love my company. So I'm very, very, I feel lucky that they gave me a chance at my age and my position to do this for a living. To temper my joy, just to temper my joy a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see back here, but someone has set up a tent where they're living. So there's always a little something to temper your joy and then hopefully make me feel all the more grateful for the life I have right now, right? So I'm gonna keep walking around and God, it's a great day. Looks like an apartment building, but it's very pretty. So this looks like a restroom. You know, the signs here tell me it's a bathroom, but does anyone else find that chain hanging with all this rust a little scary? Oh, speaking of scary, yeah, that's terrifying. At least there's a giant bar of soap. Let's not go in there. And there's another tent down there with someone actually sitting in it. It's nowhere as bad as what you'll see in Portland or San Francisco or Seattle, but you know, it's quite telling when you look around this sort of it looks like a fairly wealthy area to see, you know, people living in tents in the woods here. Again, gratitude. I really want to go down those stairs and check that area out down there, but that gentleman in the tent is right over there, and I don't want to bother him any more than I wanted to bother that bird around the corner, so I'll just keep on walking. Okay, so I'm going to be dangerously close to sounding like a total perv, but I don't think there's a city in America that has more attractive men per capita than Austin. I don't even know what's going on. Do you remember the last time I was here at the airport? I was like, oh my God, like, I'm not every guy, but the proportion of like unbelievably handsome men in Austin is pretty seriously high. Yeah, I just find it very strange that one city can have so hi, how are you? Have so many handsome men. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh, he just looked back at me. He did look gay. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna keep walking. So pretty. Look. How pretty. If Austin weren't in Texas. If only Austin weren't in Texas. Oh, look at the size of this turtle. Look, look. Is that, can you see it? Wait. I wish I could see it in my viewfinder. There's a giant turtle over there somewhere. Huh. Huge turtle. And there's fish all over the place. Beautiful. I'm still getting a laugh out of when I was like, oh my God, that guy's so handsome. I turned back to look at him. He had a very nice back. That he had turned back to look at me. I was like, oh, I don't know the last time that that's happened. But that's enough for me. That's enough flirting for me. I don't know if I can handle anymore. Look at this. What's going on here? Interesting setup. Look at those birds. That's where you get you rent a kayak over there. Oh, I guess you can rent a little mini powerboat over there too. Maybe next time. I can't get enough of these views. How pretty is this? My walk began way over there, near that where that corner pops out there. There's a giant swan boat of some kind over there. Let's see if we can zoom in there. That's cool. And I was just hearing something. This like squeaking, this little teeny bit of squeaking. It sounds like a wheel on a suitcase or something moving at high speed. And I'm looking like, where is that? What is that noise? Apparently this must be the Congress Ave Bridge, which is where the bats are roosting. In fact, do I kind of see, I don't know if I see any, but I can hear them, the squeaking under the bridge here. And this is apparently a pretty big thing, is seeing the bats fly out at night, like in a big swarm. I don't know if I want to see that, but I think this is it, because I hear them. It's kind of creepy. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it. A little wall here next to the water fountain. I thought, what is this? Like a rock wall for infants or toddlers? And then I realized all the rocks are shaped like hearts. How sweet! There's a big one over there. How sweet is that? All right, let's keep going. Apparently this trail is 10 miles long. Guess who's not walking 10 miles? That would be me. But look how pretty the colors are. Look how pretty. Again, if Austin were not in Texas, guess who would want to live in Austin? No wonder it's so expensive to live here. Look. Now this reminds me of part of the Charles River in Boston, over down by the Esplanade. So nice. Oh, the bats apparently come out around sunset, and that is going to be probably an hour and a half. So I think I'm going to continue walking for a little bit longer and then turn around and see if I could see the bats. I mean, I really don't want to see the bats, but it also sounds a little interesting, right? We'll see. Okay, so I finally found a turtle I can show you. Do you see the turtle? Do you see the turtle? This is an example of why I love my phone so much. I have the Galaxy S22 Ultra because look at that turtle. Isn't that cute? That's why I like my phone so much. Hello. Goodbye, turtle. Here is a map of the trail around the lake. I'm here, and I believe I got on the trail over here somewhere. So I've walked a fair bit, but yeah, that's too far. Alright, so I'm back under the Congress Street Bridge. Can you hear the bats now? They're a little louder. Can you hear that? I think they're waking up. But it is about 5:47. Apparently they're supposed to come out around sunset, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from now. So I'm not sure if I'm really willing to wait to see a whole bunch of bats come out, but there's already people getting ready to watch the bats. So I don't know, I'm tempted. I do also have to be in bed asleep by 8:30, so I'm torn. All right, so I decided to wait for the bats because, you know, they're famous, right? So I did a little YouTube search to see like where would be a good vantage point to see the bats. A lot of people are congregating down there. That's where I was earlier. But I've heard that this is actually a better place up on top of the bridge to see them when they fly away. So that's my hope. I'm sticking to it. And the little boats and stuff are starting to accumulate for a bat viewing, apparently. So it's about 6:45, and I kind of have a little FOMO. Is that fear of missing out? I have a little FOMO. From what I've seen on the internet, the being on the bridge is the best view of them, especially when they're up and about flying in the sky. But if you look over there, way over there, there's a ton of people hanging out on the grass. And then down there is a ton of people. So I don't know the best place to view them, so I'm sticking here. And you know, I can always come back, right? All right. T-minus 14 minutes till sunset. It's 7:26 and the bats have not made an appearance yet, although there's a swarm of people waiting for the bats. I'm kind of surprised that nobody has like screamed, "Look, they're there," because that's something I totally would have done years ago. Hey, all right, so it's 8:15. The bats have not made an appearance, and I am, how many times in a day can I tell you that I'm hungry and tired? I had a 2-hour nap. I didn't sleep more than, I don't know, 3.5 hours last night, and I've eaten breakfast at, what time? 4:30 this morning in New Orleans, and I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my hotel room a little while ago. So I'm not in the best of moods, and I'm kind of getting tired of waiting for these bats. And it looks like most of the boats have gone, and the crowds have also thinned enormously. So I think I'm going to skip out and go back to the hotel room. It's going to take me probably close to an hour to walk back to the hotel from here. So yeah, this didn't work out well, but I still had a very nice time here on Lady Bird Lake, but it's time to go. All right. Hey guys, all right, so before heading back to the hotel, I thought I'd come back down under the bridge I was standing on for like ever to see if I could hear the bats. And I hear them, but not that many of them. It's supposed to be 1.5 million, and this doesn't sound like 1.5 million bats, so I think I'm gonna head back to the hotel. It's a little dark though, so hoping I got run over by a bicycle, but we'll see. I need to go back to the room, so. Oh well. Hey guys, how are you? So it is 8:56 in the evening. I just got back to the hotel. I got here a lot faster than I thought I would, but it's pitch black out there, not even a street light, honestly. I know, safe. Again, I'm walking in the dark by myself in a strange city. But there's nothing to stop and look at and film and photograph and blah, blah, blah. So I moved pretty quickly, and it was dark and I'm by myself. So I was walking pretty fast. But I got back to the hotel. I realized I only have one meal in my lunch bag left, and that's more pasta salad. So I'm going to reserve that for my trip tomorrow. I'm flying from here in New Orleans. I'm sorry, where are we? Austin to Vegas. And then we have an Albuquerque turn. So I'll eat that pasta salad tomorrow. Leaving me a little hungry tonight. So all I've eaten today, I mean, I'm not built to not eat. I had breakfast in New Orleans, and that was at 3:45 in the morning. Yeah, that was at 3:45 in the morning in New Orleans. I had scrambled eggs and some bacon and some juice. Then I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the hotel room here before I went on my walkabout today. And that's all I've eaten all day long. And again, I'm not built for that. So I came down to the bar, and I don't know when the last time I sat on a bar stool was, but I ordered a cheeseburger with french fries, and it's costing me a big $7. So I'm not feeling too bad about spending money at the hotel. I'm going to inhale the burger as I'm starving. How many times a day do I tell you I'm hungry or tired? But, and then I'm going to crawl in bed. I have to wake up, let's see, our van time is at 4:30. So I have to wake up at the latest of maybe 3:15. So, no, 3:30. 3:30 is good. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow, I should say. Fly safe and have a good night. Oh. Before you go, you have to see this burger. Look at this. Oh, can you see the gorgeousness that is this burger and onion rings? $7. Oh my God, and they're so nice. I was walking to the elevator, and there's this non-binary person who always has their face totally, completely beat. It is, I mean, just they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. And walking back to the room, they said, "You know, how you doing? You okay?" Because I'm like visibly tired. I said, "I'm just tired. They say aging isn't for sissies," but they were wrong. And we both looked at each other. It was funny, because aging is for sissies. Yeah, okay, you get it now. I wish I knew what I was going to say next. I never have an idea what I'm going to say. It's just right out of my mouth. I'm going to eat this burger and then go to sleep and stop embarrassing myself in public. All right, so fly safe again. Bye.